Hello everybody. In this video I'm going to be showing how to create a loan payment calculator for both annual and weekly using the PMT function in Microsoft Excel. So to get started, I'm going to first show you the end result as to what this will look like, specifically the text and the numbers. And what I'll be looking at here is the rate, number of periods, present value, future value, and the type. These are all parameters that are needed for the Microsoft formula the PMT function. So in this case, this example, we're at a 6% interest rate, number of periods 36. All that's meaning from an annual perspective is that you're going to be paying 12 payments every year for a total of 3 years. The starting balance is $10,000, which is the present value. Future value being 0, that's going to be the ending balance that we want. And then the type, 0 or 1. 0 is indicating that the payments are due at the end of the period, whereas a 1 indicates the payments are due at the beginning of the period. Using these parameters, we have a total payment of $304.22. Over the lifetime of the loan, this will be a grand total of $10,951.90 paid. So if this is something that you're interested in creating, please stick around. I'm going to show you how to set this up. So I'm going to go on and clear out these values. And we're going to start off with first set up your Microsoft Excel worksheet to reflect these same values right here, where you have the rate, number of periods, present value, future value, and type. These are all just right aligned. But what you're going to have to do though is for rate, your field, right click it. You're going to want to format that cell so that in the numbers tab it is a percentage for the category, and of course set up the decimal places, but by default percentage, I mean it will be set up for you. Number of periods will just be a regular cell that can accept an integer, then your present value, future value, and your type. Now for payment, this is where we're going to go on and put in the formula. So you'll type in equals PMT and then open parentheses. When you do the open parentheses, Microsoft Excel is going to show you the parameters that are required for this formula. So the first one's going to be our rate, and all you're going to do is click the cell that has the rate, comma, number of periods, and then comma, the present value. And if you noticed, future value and type are both in brackets. This means they are optional fields. They're not required, but by default future value is set to 0, meaning that the balance will be paid in full. And then the type by default is set to a 0, indicating that payments are due at the end of the period. In this video though, we're going to use both fields because we are asking that the user gives us this information. So it'll be the same thing. Select the cells, comma, and then we'll select the type. Now I'm going to do a close parentheses, but the next thing that I'm going to do is in my first parameter, the rate, because we're going to be looking at an annual payment, you would do this divided by 12. If you were looking at the weekly, like a weekly payment system, then you would divide that by 52. And I'm going to go on and hit enter. And if you notice, we get an error that says £NUM, then with exclamation mark, telling us that it can't properly calculate the formula. The reason behind that is because we don't have all these values entered. If you want to know about setting this up so that you don't see that error, please look up either our video or someone's video on if statements for ignoring errors, specifically the if error formula. So let's go on and get this started though. We have 6.15%. Number of periods, let's say we're looking again at a 36 months loan. I have my number lock on. Let's give me a second. Alright, 36 number. It's going to be 36 number of periods, and all that is just one payment a month over a course of 3 years. Let's say we have a starting balance of $12,000. Any balance we want it to be 0. And then the type, let's just say we want the payments due at the end of the period, which that will be a 0. So our payment every month is going to be $365.88. But we want to know the grand total that's going to be paid over the lifetime of the loan. So go on and select that cell. And all you can do is do an equal sign. And you'll get the payment multiplied by the number of periods. And hit enter. So over the lifetime of the loan, that's going to be $13,171 with 66 cents. That now completes this video, guys. Thank you for watching.